This presentation will discuss the Ed-Flex Schoolwide Eligibility Waiver requirement that is part of the random validation process for the 2023-2024 school year. We will go over the documentation the LEA will need in order to participate in the random validation process, as well as the specific items that TEA staff will review. Before we begin, we want to point out that documenting overall compliance with a program requirement may require several forms of documentation to be maintained locally and available upon request by TEA and/or an auditor. To ensure overall compliance with program requirements, LEAs should refer to the program guide and/or other program-related resources that reference the multiple forms of documentation required to be maintained locally. The documentation requested for submission during the random validation process may not include all forms of documentation that are required to be maintained locally. For the 2023-2024 school year, there are a total of 78 school-wide eligibility waivers in 39 LEAs. From this statewide pool, we selected 10 LEAs and campuses to participate in this random validation. Not all education service centers were represented. Not more than 3 LEAs for any ESC were selected, and not more than 1 campus per LEA was selected. When the LEA first requests a school-wide eligibility waiver for a campus by checking the corresponding box on the SC 5000 in the Consolidated Federal Grant application, the LEA is instructed to complete a supporting documentation form to be maintained locally and to be available on request. For this validation, the LEA is asked to submit the supporting documentation form for the campus indicated in the notification letter. If the original form for the campus selected is no longer available, the LEA must complete and submit the supporting documentation form that is currently available on the website. Issues that may result in an improvement needed status for this item include the following. The supporting documentation form is not submitted. The supporting documentation form is not for the selected campus. The supporting documentation form is incomplete. Questions related to the 2022-2023 random validation for the Ed-Flex Schoolwide Eligibility Waiver may be directed to me at vivian.smurl@tea.texas.gov or at 512-936-6216. Questions may also be sent to the division email at essasupport@tea.texas.gov or to the division phone number at 512-463-9499.